Dubai Marina is often presented as one of the most luxurious waterfront communities on the planet. Dubai Marina is often presented as one of the most luxurious waterfront communities on the planet. Towering skyscrapers rise above sparkling canals, luxury yachts line the marina, and high-end apartments promise a lifestyle few places can match. To the outside world, it looks like the perfect urban paradise. But behind the glossy advertisements and breathtaking skyline lies a reality that many visitors never notice. Walk through parts of Dubai Marina during the day, and something feels unusual. The buildings are there. The infrastructure is world-class. The roads are spotless. Yet many areas seem surprisingly quiet. For a place designed to house tens of thousands of people, the level of activity can feel far lower than expected. This has led some observers to describe Dubai Marina as a modern ghost town. Not because the buildings are abandoned, but because many apartments remain empty for long periods. Some are used only a few weeks each year. Others are owned by investors who rarely visit. Unlike traditional neighborhoods where residents build communities over decades, Dubai Marina developed at extraordinary speed. Much of the housing was purchased as an investment rather than a permanent residence. As a result, ownership and occupancy often became two very different things. Today, Dubai Marina stands as one of the world's most ambitious real estate projects. Yet beneath the stunning skyline is a fascinating question. How much of this $8 billion development is actually being lived in, and what happens when a city is built more for investors than residents? To understand Dubai Marina's current situation, we first need to look at its origins. Before the skyscrapers and waterfront promenades existed, this area was little more than empty desert stretching along the Arabian Gulf. In the late 1990s, Dubai launched one of the most ambitious urban development projects in modern history. The goal was simple yet bold. Create a world-class waterfront district capable of attracting wealthy residents, international businesses, and global investors. Engineers excavated millions of cubic meters of sand to carve out an artificial marina extending several kilometers inland. What emerged was not just another housing project but an entirely new city district built from scratch. The development quickly became a symbol of Dubai's rapid growth. Tower after tower rose into the skyline. Luxury apartments sold before construction was even completed. Investors from Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and beyond rushed to secure property in what many believed would become one of the world's most valuable real estate markets. During the boom years, demand seemed endless. Prices climbed rapidly, and buyers viewed Dubai Marina as a once-in-a-generation opportunity. For many purchasers, however, the apartments were not intended to become homes. They were financial assets. This distinction would prove crucial. While the project succeeded in attracting billions of dollars in investment, it also created a community where many owners had little intention of living there permanently. The seeds of today's occupancy debate were planted during those early years of explosive growth. One of the biggest challenges facing Dubai Marina is not construction or infrastructure. It's occupancy. In many ways, Dubai Marina represents what urban planners call an investor-driven district. Imagine an investor in London purchasing an apartment as part of a portfolio. Another buyer in Singapore acquires a luxury unit as a wealth preservation asset. A business executive buys a penthouse but only visits a few weeks each year. On paper, these properties are sold and fully owned. Yet in reality, many spend much of the year sitting empty. Some remain vacant while owners wait for prices to rise. Others are rented occasionally through short-term vacation platforms. The result is a unique urban environment. Property values can remain high while actual neighborhood activity stays relatively low. Large residential towers may contain hundreds of apartments, but only a portion may be occupied at any given time. This issue isn't exclusive to Dubai. Similar patterns have appeared in cities such as London, Vancouver, and New York. However, Dubai Marina offers a particularly visible example because of the sheer scale and speed of development. When housing functions primarily as an investment vehicle, communities often evolve differently. Local businesses become more dependent on tourists. Neighborhood identity develops more slowly. Public spaces can feel less vibrant than planners originally envisioned. The buildings may be full of owners, but not necessarily full of residents. Then came 2008. The global financial crisis changed everything. What had seemed like an unstoppable real estate boom suddenly faced a harsh reality check. As financial markets collapsed around the world, property markets suffered as well. Dubai, which had experienced years of rapid expansion fueled by international investment, found itself particularly exposed. Real estate prices dropped dramatically. Some projects were delayed. Others were cancelled altogether. Investors who had purchased properties expecting endless appreciation suddenly faced significant losses. Dubai Marina survived the crisis, but the downturn revealed important weaknesses in the model. The district had become heavily dependent on global investment flows. When those flows slowed, the effects were impossible to ignore. Property values eventually recovered, and Dubai regained momentum. Yet the crisis exposed a critical truth. A neighborhood driven primarily by investment behaves differently from one built around long-term residents. Even today, the legacy of that period remains visible. Many buyers still view Dubai property as a financial asset first and a home second. This creates cycles of activity, vacancy, and reinvestment that continue to shape Dubai Marina's character. The towers survived. The infrastructure remained impressive. But the crisis showed that building a city requires more than concrete and steel. It requires people who genuinely live there. At this point, an important question needs answering. Is Dubai Marina actually empty? The simple answer is no, not even close. Every year, millions of visitors pass through the district. Restaurants remain busy. Hotels welcome guests from around the world. The waterfront promenade often becomes crowded during evenings and weekends. So where does the ghost town reputation come from? The answer lies in expectations. Dubai Marina was designed at an enormous scale. When people see hundreds of residential towers, they naturally assume every building is packed with full-time residents. But reality is more complicated. Many apartments experience intermittent occupancy. Some units remain vacant for extended periods. Certain streets can feel unusually quiet during daytime hours compared to what the density of development suggests. Critics argue this represents underutilized housing stock. Supporters point out that Dubai Marina remains one of Dubai's most successful and desirable districts. Both viewpoints contain some truth. The reality is that Dubai Marina occupies a unique space between residential community, tourist destination, and investment hub. It isn't abandoned, and it certainly isn't failing. However, it also doesn't function exactly like a traditional neighborhood where most homes are occupied year-round. That distinction is what continues to fuel debate about the district's true identity. Looking ahead, the future of Dubai Marina may depend on one key question. Can it transition from being primarily an investment destination into a more balanced and sustainable community? In recent years, Dubai has introduced policies designed to attract long-term residents. Extended visas, business incentives, and remote work opportunities have encouraged more people to make Dubai their permanent home.